about black women.
Black chicks are just not into me, really. I don't know.
I don't know if I could handle like some of those black chicks. It's like
It's kind of like you really got to be good at what you're doing, right?
well, I don't want to fuck somebody who's on FaceTime the whole time. A. And B, here's the craziest part is though, some black women, it seemed like they fuck back, dog. That's the thing. I don't know if
Well,
I
that's
can
what I'm
handle it,
saying.
but yeah.
It's kind of intimidating.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I can handle it, bro.
You got to be like fucking consistently kind of, I feel.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like kind of like, do you want this? Like, yeah. I don't think I got this. I'm not that guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would, but I don't think I'm all
Underwhelm.
right. Yeah, I don't want to underwhelm, bro. And
then
I don't want to go into a place where I know I'm gonna underwhelm. That's the thing.
Video is just so disgusting to watch. But at the end of the day,
Okay, black women, so this video prior to me about the two white dudes just openly professing whatever the fuck they were talking about in reference to black women's sexuality and their attraction. I really could give two fucks about, right? First of all, this is a lot of things rolled up into one. Okay. I put up a video earlier, sorry, my asthma again, in reference to another black woman that was being bullied by white people on YouTube in reference to her telling them, don't call me sis, right? Now, remember that white woman that came on YouTube a few months ago, just before all the black women started telling each other to stop getting into relationships with black males, stop having babies with them, just stay away from them because of black femicide, etc., right? So she was the first one to kick off that whole campaign about, oh, well, you know, remember the one that I had really went into her video where I was analyzing how she had the background set up, the music playing. She was rolling out the whole trying to subtly fuck with you psychologically, indirectly as possible, like to completely slip into your subconscious as much as she thought her understanding of psychology would allow her to. All right. So when the scare tactics didn't work, you know, with black women about, oh, you got to stay with these black men, you got to be with them, you got to put up with them killing you and sexually assaulting your children, etc. Because if you don't put up with them, what happens is they become increasingly violent, and it makes it dangerous for the whole rest of society. Fuck the rest of society and fuck you too. Now, this shit here is just another white people's propaganda and trick fucking game or bag or whatever it is to try to make black women feel like you have no alternative but these particular black males, because now here you have selected white guys coming out talking about how they're not attracted to you and you sexually intimidate them. This is all bullshit. Stop falling for this. RSW hashtag exposed has explained this 1,000 times about the propaganda and how these white people will go through great lengths to keep you in relationships and feeling bad about yourself so that you stay in this position, this stratification in society where you don't challenge their status quo and their existence in life. See, it's like this, black women. All these people, and you need to start listening to those of us trying to put you up on game on these fucking people in society. All these anti-black pieces of shit, okay? They're out here watching you. The fact that this black woman had to do an entire 2 or 3 videos trying to tell these white people to stop calling her sis, and then one of these fat, retarded, Down syndrome looking white motherfuckers came on at the end of the video talking about how she was a pick-me. Motherfucker, what do you know about any of those things we're talking about? You don't know a motherfucking thing about what we speak about. Stay in your redneck fucking business, okay? So, this is to show you. Pull your head out the sand. Start paying attention to the fact that these fucking people study you. study you because they think that they can control you by studying you. They have not yet learned, regardless of how long they had us in slavery, all the things that happened post-slavery and up to today, that you cannot control us. And when it comes to black women, you cannot even put a fucking dent in our black pride and our love of self. Understand that, okay? You cannot fuck with that. We are the supreme beings on this fucking earth, okay? We kick this off for everybody. So if you think your silly little antics are gonna really fuck with us, you better think again. I don't give a fuck if some white man does not want to fuck me currently, because it's popular to do that, because his lifestyle and his continuance in this world, okay, is what he's worrying about. He didn't worry about fucking me and others like me when we was in bondage, and they held that over us with us fighting back against them for over 400 years. They couldn't fuck enough black women. So this is not what this is about. Please understand that. This is about the fact that people are watching videos and they're watching black women pick themselves up and move away, separate themselves from black males. And because black males are the only black people in the black community or throughout the entire world that white people and other non-black people can manipulate like puppets, they're scared. Because they know that only these black males come into this world by way of black women. So if black women do not have relationships with black men, black males, and continue to breed future black males that whites and others can exploit throughout the world, they get nervous. But you see, black women about to be on that same time and that same shit Korean women are in or on in Korea. Korean women are not getting married. They are not getting in relationships. They are not having boyfriends. They are not having sex. They are not fucking with men, period. And black women about to be on that time too. And it has not a goddamn thing to do with who finds us attractive, who doesn't, and how all of you out there wrongfully think that we suffer from low self-esteem because of a fucking man. You're sadly mistaken, okay? Even those of us that are desperate as fuck for relationships, we still don't live our lives every day worrying about being acceptable to a fucking man. There's always something when it comes to us that takes precedent. All right? Always. So it's ridiculous to listen to all these black women telling these, when I watched the entire video, telling all these stories about their ridiculous relationships with white males and how, you know, some things were awkward, some things were not. You don't have to apologize. You do not have to explain shit to people when people are constantly trying to attack you, dehumanize you, and to tear your character down by belittling you. Fuck all these people. Okay? You don't owe anybody anything. You don't even owe these motherfuckers kindness, as nasty as they are and as hateful and anti-black as they are. Why do you give a fuck about these people's opinion? I know I don't. I don't. And honestly, I'm glad I have never been one of those black women to ever give a white man a chance. Because I knew it. I said to myself, they're all about bullshit. They don't care about nothing but maintaining their weak ass, what they think is control and power. And they only have it because all these other people, and too many black people, think and feel like they're inferior to these people when you're not. You are definitely not. You are very far from being inferior to them. Man, I tell you what, global warming needs to hurry up like 20, 50 billion times faster than it does so the sun could be directly over the earth. Burn the hell out of all of them, put them into a fucking oblivion, and let those that are strong enough to survive, survive. And then you might have a somewhat peaceful or very, very different type of world, because this shit right now is some bullshit. But hear me and hear me well. You will never, ever, ever fucking ever break black women. Got that? All you hating ass, non-black, anti-black people out there. We ain't built like y'all. We are from the divine mother. We are from the universe. You can't touch that. Period. Y'all black women need to stop worrying about these black dudes, white dudes, any other type of dudes talking about our sexuality. And let me just throw this out there just before I forget. And all you loser ass black dudes that call yourself speaking up and standing up for us, too little, too motherfucking late. Because if it wasn't for you stupid motherfuckers being on here about 20 years deep, talking shit, creating propaganda, tearing our reputation down because you couldn't get the fuck through the neighborhood the way you wanted to, and you couldn't get the so-called bad bitch to fuck whenever you wanted, you had to go out here trying to tear us all down, right? You had to do that, right? You had to do that to the point where now you have everybody and their fucking mother thinking they could come on YouTube, even though YouTube allows this fucking violation of our civil rights, to come onto this platform and talk down and create hate speech about black women every fucking day. And the thing I can't get over is how black women, you keep allowing them to do that shit. There are enough of us that if we start complaining and start raising hell everywhere we live about the bullshit that goes on YouTube, this shit would be shut the fuck down and it would definitely stop. You got that power. Whenever the fuck you feel like tapping into it, I'll wait. It will stop. Y'all need to wake up off the bullshit. I'm telling you. I was not pressed. I was not bothered by anything these two white losers had to say about me as a black woman. Number one, I don't care if you want to have sex with me or not. It's not going to ever happen. You should not be concerned about anything I do in life because it does not affect you. Because I damn sure am not concerned about what you do personally in your life. I don't give a shit. And any man out there outside of white men who have sense in their head, they would know that you would treat a black woman the way you treat any other woman. That's with respect. And if you can't do that, fuck you too. Women don't have to have sex to live in this world. As a matter of fact, if women stop having sex in this world, none of you punk ass, rude, inappropriate, Neanderthal acting like motherfuckers out there, Mago man having qualities, you wouldn't even exist. And I really wish a lot more women would exercise their right not to have children, so that stupid motherfuckers like that wouldn't be here. There was no, and you know what? Why run them off for YouTube, TikTok, or wherever the fuck those two ignorant white dudes came from? Why run them off? Leave them there. Leave them there as a reminder, black women, as to how you have no allies in this world. You have no one on your side but other black women like you. So that everybody could get on here and talk about how they would love to kill us, love to fuck us, not to fuck us, how we're the worst. We ain't shit. Everybody else is great. We're the worst that the earth can possibly fucking conjure up. Let them keep doing that shit. Because eventually, you know what's going to happen? You motherfuckers will fall into solidarity. You will fall into unity. And then we can start getting some shit done. We can start getting some shit done. When all of you black women line up and get in line, and it's for black women, about black women, only black women, then we be all right. So I say let them all talk shit. Even the nigga I was upset with the other day, that Abco or asshole, whatever the fuck his name is, Forrest, let them all talk. Let them all rant and rage and talk about how we're the worst in the world. You want to make us the scapegoat of the fucking universe? Go ahead, do that shit. Because all you're going to do is fuel the fucking hatred and put the fire in the fucking belly of black women the way that the fuck it should be. So that we finally get our shit together and start working on one accord to do what the fuck we need to do for each other. So keep doing that shit. Because let me tell you something. Like I told you, you will never break us. We not no weak bitch you used to, okay? We are strong women. Whether we come on this platform crying about that silly shit or not, I'm not a strong black woman. Don't call me that. You can call us whatever the fuck you want. Because we could show you better than we could tell you. Okay? We are not pussies. And we really ain't nothing to fuck with once we get tired of bullshit. But please keep pushing us. Because I want y'all to release the motherfucking beast. I want y'all to poke the bear enough for all these fucking complacent black women to get up in arms and get aggravated. I can't wait for it. It's going to be something you will never fucking believe. It is going to be. Because I'm telling you, we don't give a fuck. We're not cowards like black males. We're not. And once you wake them up, you'll learn. Keep talking. Keep talking. Because you'll push the buttons on all of them eventually. So keep talking shit about black women. And it will finally seep in sooner than you think. Sooner than you think. Sooner than you think. And then there will be no more black dudes that you could use for them to play your basketball games, your soccer games, your whatever, and make tons of money off of them while the black community stays poor. Keep fucking with black women. Please keep it up. Because you're going to wake them up. And when you do, it's going to be so worth it. It really is. It's going to be so worth it. You have no idea. You really don't. And you clearly don't know the history of this country. You really don't. Keep on talking your shit. Keep it up. There are plenty black women in the history of this country that had to deal with the very same thing this little video we're talking about right here, right now. And they not only dealt with it, they left a serious mark in this fucking world about it. So keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep poking the bear. You're going to wake it up. And I can't wait. So keep on poking that bear. Keep poking that bear. Because it's the same old thing. Y'all keep thinking you know what the fuck you dealing with. Keep playing. Keep playing. We two different animals, baby. We're not like them. We don't want to be white. We don't have an inferiority complex. And we don't give a fuck when it comes down to us versus you. It's going to be us. Okay? Keep pushing us. Keep pushing us. There are laws in this country that are not enforced when it comes to us. And if you think we're going to stand there and let you do something to us, keep thinking that and see what happens. Once you black women stop caping and stop making excuses for these black dudes and start centering yourself and not them, there'll be a bigger change than it is right now, okay? These videos come out. These people bully and harass black women on YouTube and all this stuff because they see you moving away in droves and making them very uncomfortable for their future. Because as long as you're doing what you're expected to do in this world, like staying in poverty, standing behind black males who don't stand behind you, taking up for them, leading the charge, being a social justice warrior for them, and not putting your issues first, you're doing what's expected of you. So as soon as you start to change things, the status quo starts to change. And that makes them nervous. You know why? That makes white people very nervous. Because when they see Black women doing that. And we're just the other half of one whole population. They start thinking, if these women are successful at showing the world and everybody how to put themselves first and to disregard white supremacy, white belief of superiority, all the other people will catch on too. And then guess what? Their bullshit system will crumble right before their fucking eyes. And all those horrors and all those fears about them wondering, oh, what if they get to the point where they can exact revenge? Their fucking nightmares will come true. They know that. That's the reason why they got to do this. This black women is just another fucking game. This is another mental game they trying to play, a fucking head game where they got two grungy looking fucking white dudes that probably could never get no play with any black woman, right? Who has any sense. And to try to make you feel like, once again, remember all their bullshit studies and research and reports and that you're so undesirable. You're so unattractive. You're so unwanted. You're so unmatchable. That you scored so low. That you scored so low on this dating app that no one wants you. So if y'all think we even give a shit about that, you're stupider than I thought. We're not going to run and go cry in the corner because some white man doesn't want to fuck us. We're very happy for that. I dare say I wish our ancestors had that same fucking privilege, that no white man wanted to fuck them either. Their lives would have been so much fucking better, okay? I wish no white man would have even wanted to look in their direction, let alone touch their body. They would have had so much better of a life. So black women, stop falling for the okie doke all the time. Just take a second and analyze the shit you're looking at, okay? First off, let's be real. Every white man that has ever wanted to have sex with a black woman who was willing, it has happened. Those two pussies on the podcast or whatever, they were, who even cares if they were entertaining the thought? The whole point of them doing that podcast was to fuck with you mentally, black women. Was to continue to do what these black males have done and still do. And now that they see that when they walk down the street, black women are not even acknowledging them, they're scared. But this is the shit black males have been doing all the time, which is disrespecting you, putting your sexual business out there to the world for everybody to join in. And, oh, let's talk shit about the black woman. Let's dehumanize her. Let's treat her like she's the world's piece of shit. Okay. But what they failed to realize, and now they're fucking feeling it, is that we are their mamas. We're the women that care about them when nobody else does. We're the sisters and aunts that come to bail you out when the world has done you wrong or somebody has went upside your fucking head, and we're the ones who know how to stitch you up in the house so you don't have to go to the hospital. All of us, we starting to go, fuck you too. And now they running out of black women, even their own mamas, to care about what's happening to them. And so now they're slowly starting to wake up and realize, we gonna be really fucked up out here. But you did it to yourself. And it is continuing. Because, like I said, keep poking the bear, please. Because when we wake up as black women, we just like Malcolm X. We don't go back to sleep. And if you think you was afraid of woke with DeSantis' bullshit, let all these black women in this country get on the same page. You think Stacey Abrams was a problem? You ain't begin to understand what you could fucking deal with. You just don't know. But you gonna learn. So keep fucking with us. Please keep stoking the fires under those emotions. Keep burning holes through those fucking fake ass code switching black women who don't know how to be themselves and who are not yet very comfortable in their skin. Keep pulling at them, please, because you're going to get them right. And when you get them right, it's going to be all right for us. So please keep pushing at them. Please. Please. Please, 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 please. If you don't know that, that's an old famous song by James Brown. And it is real appropriate for right now. I'm trying to tell you, y'all are just so stupid, it's crazy. And America is dumb completely on a whole. They have the greatest resource right here in their own country. And instead of them nourishing it and pushing it and encouraging it, they try to tear it down. They have the most precious commodity of women in the entire world is the ADOS women. We make this motherfucking globe turn. We set the tone and everybody else follows. Whether we broke as fuck, dumb as fuck, rich as fuck, and got it all. Everybody follows. Which is why you got videos with white women wanting to be included so fucking badly when they're not. Bullying a little black chubby girl by calling her sis because she asked them not to. And for white bitches to totally reconstruct their whole face and bodies just to look like those same black women your men claim they're sexually intimidated by. Right. Sure. Right. Such bullshit. But please keep fucking with these black women. I really want y'all to. Because I need y'all to do what I can. Because they clearly are not listening to me enough. So if y'all keep fucking with them, you will make it where they will begin to listen to me. And that's what I need. That's all I need. Because see, I want to see my women get what they deserve. And it's not white dick, black dick, or any other dick. It is them getting their political power in this country, what we rightfully deserve, which is our fucking birthright. Because if it wasn't for our foremothers, none of you broke motherfuckers or rich motherfuckers who are empty inside would have nothing in this world. If it wasn't for black women's bodies being broken by unnecessary childbirth, being fucked to death on sex farms and etc. and worked to death like a fucking mule in a field, you bitch ass motherfuckers wouldn't have nothing. So yeah, it's about time we wake up. It's about time we wake up, galvanize, and get what's due us in this motherfucking country we died and bled for. Yeah, so please, I want you to keep making those videos about how you so scared to fuck us. You should be afraid to fuck us. You should be afraid to do everything with us except for do the right fucking thing by us. That's how much fear you should have in you for being the piece of fucking shit that you are. Y'all make me fucking sick to my stomach. And you black dudes, man, fuck y'all with every part of me. Let me tell y'all something. There's no fucking coming back for what you have done. You have opened the Pandora box. You better believe that shit. You have opened it for generations to come. Because if you don't think that women like me and others are not teaching our daughters, granddaughters, and great-granddaughters to stay the fuck away from y'all, you and every other fucking piece of shit out here, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. And you know what? We live a long time. I don't know about the rest of all of y'all genetically inferior motherfuckers, but we here for a long time. And we look real fucking good doing it too. Unlike y'all with your fucking leather couch looking asses, wrinkled from the fucking foot to the top of your head. Y'all are just gross, you're disgusting, and you're fucking aggravating. Like I said, you got the world's greatest commodity right here. And instead of you honing it and growing it, you try to shrink it. But like I told you in the beginning of this video, you cannot fuck with us. We will not allow it. You will never be able to make us as weak as black males are. It is not in us, motherfuckers. We are the Mother Earth. You could never do that to us. Never. Y'all are just such pieces of shit that is unbelievable. You really are. I'm thinking about that video right now where they was trying to harass that little girl and they were getting pleasure out of fucking with her because they thought it was bothering her like that. Because black people get passionate about stuff does not mean we bothered like that. That is who we are. See, unlike you, because you don't know anything about having a soul or being able to be soulful, you don't understand us. And when it comes to black women, you never will. And that's a good thing. Very fucking good thing. Yeah, I like that bike he got. I like that. I might look into that. That's really nice. Yeah, you don't know shit about us. And for all those weak ass few dudes that came out, what are you talking about? You know, and they still so mild mannered when they're addressing two weak dick white dudes that were talking about literally that as they were talking as gutturally as they were talking about fucking black women. The black male's response is to be so bitch made and non-threatening. This shit would make me puke just looking at that video. Like, that's how you come back. You got motherfuckers sitting on a video literally gutturally saying, oh, I'm afraid to fuck black women. I don't know if I can handle it. And your comeback is, how are you talking like this on a video about women? And not even properly identifying us because they so bitch made and afraid. Like, I couldn't be no black man. I would hurt people and I would hurt their motherfucking feelings all the time when it came to people that look like me. Y'all are just too bitch made for me. You not even worth black women no more. Cause y'all are just too fucking bitch made. Like, it's crazy. It is crazy. But it's a good thing. Because it makes us black women understand that we alone have each other's back. And that if ever we walking anywhere and we see any of our sisters in distress, we know it's time to go to fuck the war. And that is all it is. Because I know that I'm on that time. I better not ever be anywhere and nobody fucking with a black woman. Because you gonna fuck with me too. It's really like that. And I'm about that fucking life. I really am. Because I'm so tired of people thinking they could do whatever they want to do to black people. Or black women specifically. You gonna learn you can't. You will learn. You will definitely learn that. But yeah, that video was just stupid and just true to their typical white dumb shit. Like, who the fuck sits around talking like that? Well, then maybe I should take that back. I'm probably sure there are quite a few people sitting around talking like that. But it's fucking dumb. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? We black women fuck back. How fucking crazy and retarded is that shit? Why do you, again, stop worrying about what we do personally. It does not affect or include or involve you. Ridiculous, boy. But they shouldn't have ran them off. See, because the same way they study us, don't run them off. Leave them there so you can study them. Because one thing about them, they're not like us. They don't come out and just tell you exactly what fucking time it is. They always got to be ambiguous. They have to have a hidden agenda, more than one message. They're very vague about shit. You got to read between the lines. They're cowards from the head to the toe. And they can only thrive in environments where they have more than a great advantage. They're pussies. So to deal with pussies, you got to watch them and see where they're coming from. You can never let your guard down around them, and you got to always know what the fuck they're up to. And that's just how you got to deal with them. So to have that, they should have left them on there. Leave them on there talking shit and just keep sharing their bullshit so that everybody's aware. Seriously. So that way, all you black women that are on here always talking about, oh, black women, you need to escape. I can't say that word because I hate that silly, them dumbass terms you give black neighborhoods and black communities. You should leave the black community, the black neighborhoods, because you'll get you a bread. No. Ex-divester and the rest of them are right. Those are some fucked up people that really need to see a shrink because they really have all that antebellum, I wish I was back in slavery days playing in their head every motherfucking day. They have issues. They have issues so hard it's not even funny. And why you would ever, I don't even understand how y'all would even feel comfortable being around them in situations like that. I really don't. They're not trustworthy people. They're just not. They're not even normal people when you really think about it, because who does the things they do? Well, other people, who non-black people that are trying to be like them, who worship them, they do everything they do. But they're just disgusting. Normal people don't sit around thinking about crazy shit like that to have conversations about. And you know what? All it does is to point out how they created all these stereotypes about black women in the first place. Like how they disrespected Sarah Bartman by creating the whole Hottentotten image and goddamn carnival sideshow about that black woman, showing her body, displaying her to the world like she was a freak of nature because she was a full-figured black woman with a big behind. And then how they would use young girls, little girls, as little as 7 and 9 years old, as sexual playmates on their sex farms, and sexually assault children, and then write it down in history as if children were actually in love with adults, and they literally understood and could, like, this shit is crazy. Oh my God. They just distort all of the reality to make themselves look like they're not the nasty, disgusting, monstrous demons that they are. Like children, sorry y'all, cannot consent to sexual acts. But when you read stories from the past of sick motherfuckers like George Washington, who had sex with his wife's half-sister, who was a little fucking girl. I think Sally was a teenager, 12 or 13. This is a grown-ass, disgusting fucking old man. So disgusting and full with bacteria and disease that all his fucking teeth fell out. Okay? A nasty, gross piece of shit. And don't forget, they don't know how to wash their ass, and they try to make it seem like it's a poor people thing for you to be cleanly. Because they actually said wash rags are a poor person's thing. Well, you motherfucking right. Because we may be poor, but we ain't no funky, dirty motherfuckers. How about that? So if rich means being a gross piece of shit with bacteria building up all over your body, about to cause you all types of fucking diseases that may set you back or send you back to the fucking, the goddamn, what was that, bubonic plague? You right. Because y'all are some gross, nasty, unhygienic motherfuckers. Like, they so gross. Do you see these commercials they have with this fucking body deodorant that they created where they think in lieu of washing your ass, you just put some deodorant on, now you clean? They're sick people. Black women, when y'all gonna see that? And all that shit about inclusion and we're all one people and we should come together. We're all Americans. You don't feel that way when you are reaping the benefits from our fucking demise and our abuse. You've never felt that way. The same infrastructures that were hurting us yesterday hurt us today. And it's not just about slavery, it's everything including slavery. It is the slavery, it is the history of Jim Crow, it is the history of segregation, it's the history of lynchings, it's the histories of destroying our towns and cities that were more profitable and flourishing better than your white ones were, time and time again. It's the creation of criminal prison industry. It is the continuation of mass incarceration, killing black women in hospitals when they're giving birth to their children and getting away with it because there are no laws to prosecute doctors as serial killers. It is all of that. So I don't want to hear nobody talking about, well, it was my ancestors and it was a long time ago. Yeah, it was your ancestors and it's you today, motherfucker. It's all of y'all. You're not an exception. You are a fucking extenuating factor or an extension of the original fucking situation or problem. Black women, this video that came out is not directed about you. It is directed to affect you mentally, to make you feel low, to fuck with your self-esteem, to shame you into getting back into those situations with those black males that all of us black women have been fighting so hard to teach you to get out of, so that our world can change for the better. When you are not saddled down by a black male who is a recidivist, who loves to go in and out of the incarceration system, who loves to be a fucking down low booty bandit, who's peddling all types of venereal diseases and AIDS and HIV that will give you a immediate death sentence. When us black women are trying to tell you, move away from that, step away from that, and you're doing it, but you're not doing it fast enough, you will continue to see videos like this to hit you in the head with, you're still not good enough. You still only deserve to be in those slums that we created for you to live in. You gotta understand you're way better than that. And once you literally wake up, and I mean really be woke, to see all of this shit that is designed to tear you down and designed to dehumanize you because they are completely terrified of your true fucking potential, you need to understand that and you need to fucking own that. And it is very possible. First step is centering you and fuck everybody else. Centering you means black women. Think about black women first, for black women, together with black women. Period. Nobody else. And you better heed what I'm saying, because I don't know if you watch my videos or not, but this government is planning another attack on the people. It is planning to knock out our electrical grid very shortly. And to make it last for 6 months or more, so that they could kill, I think in the video the white man said, so that they could kill over 300 million people. The white man said it as plain as day. I posted the video. This is not me imagining this or making this up. This is what the white man was talking about. Was being proposed to happen in America. So I don't know what y'all waiting on, black women, because it's real easy. Just kick all the dusties and the bums out and start dealing with you and other black women like you. Come together, unite, get that solidarity going so we can work on politics, poverty, generational wealth, and raising our children. And that's all it takes. That's all the fuck it takes. And all this shit that we know today would be official black fucking history. It really would. It starts with us. You the first teacher of the child. So when you start taking that role seriously and throw these bitch niggas to the side and stop letting people come back from the dead like this shit Woman Sphere is doing on her channel, where all of a sudden she's fucking Sister Rosa, or what was that lady, that Indian woman's name? I forget her name right now. She's on this whole crusade over there on her channel to recruit as many black women as she can back to the dark ages. Don't fall for all that bullshit. And these white dudes making this video, that was masterminded by white people to mass affect black people. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna have to do another video, right? I'm gonna have to, on the mass manipulation tactics that people do. I keep telling y'all to read that book, Dark Psychology, and you just don't do it. Everything that they do on these social platforms is a psychological strategy to control masses of people. And they do it all the time. All right, I'm tired of talking now. I want y'all to think. And you know, most importantly, I want y'all to do, start protecting yourselves by caring about yourself first. Put the relationships to the side. Put worrying about being with other types of dudes and all that shit to the side. Get you right. Get yourself right. Get black women right. Get the black women of every black neighborhood right. Then we worry about the rest of the world. Because then we be prepared to take them on. Believe me when I tell you. Get this right, and nothing else will be able to fuck with you. Good night, black women.